This is a long one of Tim Pool, but he explains what we truly are as a country. Not a Democratic Party country, a republic.
Let me explain. The woke, they're the multicultural democracy faction. We are the constitutional republicanist faction. It's funny how that works. Democrats versus Republicans, huh? Republicanism is not the Republican Party. Democracy is not the Democratic Party. But American democracy is this idea that majority controls everything. That's not what this country has ever been. We have that famous line: democracy is two wolves and a lamb deciding on what's for lunch. A republic is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote. And it's more than that. You know, a lot of people oversimplify it to mean that if you're armed, you can reject the vote of the people. No, it's that when the people vote to kill you, you can protect yourself, because, you know, they should. And so here we are. Democracy, as we know it, this is the problem we've fallen into for quite some time. Those of us that believe in America, have American flags, fly the American flag, believe in this country, we kept hearing these people say it's the end of democracy. Donald Trump is the end of democracy. Let me explain this in a way that would simplify things. Okay, so imagine you are a planet called the Galactic Federal Headquarters. And it's 100% human beings of all different backgrounds, founded and established in the year 2250. Trust me, this is a simple way of explaining it. One day, a parasitic slime crash lands on the Galactic Federation homeworld and begins spreading and spreading and spreading. And then, when the slime is infecting and taking over people's brains, the people of the planet are like, hey, we're under attack. The slime monster people go, if they win, it will be the end of slime monsters. You see the point I'm trying to make here? Maybe that's a little too complicated. My point is, we're not a democracy. We've never been. The Founding Fathers rejected democracy. The woke cultists have been infecting and taking over institutions and then saying democracy over and over and over again until you started to believe the zombies were the actual government. So when the zombies are saying to you, if Donald Trump wins, zombies will be destroyed, I go, okay. When they say it's the end of our democracy, I'm like, yeah, okay, it is. Because I'm not all about democracy, never have been. And then they feign this shocked face. You oppose democracy? Yes, always. Democracy was never a good thing. We are a constitutional republic with democratically elected representatives. And there are problems there too, don't get me wrong. But this government created by the Founding Fathers is actually quite brilliant with three branches. You got the People's Branch, the House. You got the States Branch, the Senate. You got the Council of Elders, Supreme Court. And you got the executive, the king, and they're chosen by vote. Supreme Court is appointed and then confirmed by the other branches.
Checks and balances.
Never were we a nation of pure democracy. We were a union of states that agree to participate and share values.
Values.
Well, my friends, Nikki Haley was asked a question. She was asked a question.
I think it's important to hear this part of his podcast also.
Did the South fight it? It wasn't slavery. Your average Confederate soldier was not fighting for slavery. That being said, the military leaders did, and political leaders absolutely were in this for slavery. They wrote down in their own constitution, their articles, or whatever they were called, that they wanted slavery. But for your average person fighting, they were fighting for their homes because Union soldiers were coming in and trying to take over their governments. There you go. This is where we are today. Something similar is happening. Before the Civil War, there was a belief that we were not a country, but a union of states. They would say the United States are. Now they say the United States, they would say the United States is. It became one country. A dramatic cultural shift due to war. We could be facing that right now.
And that's part of what I want to say, and I have been saying, is that the majority of people didn't own slaves. It was people that could afford farms, which were far few and in between. So trying to label all white people as racist is absolutely ridiculous. And Tim Pool explained what we really are, a republic, checks and balances. And this Biden administration is stomping all over them. In the Second Amendment, they'd like to throw that thing in the trash. Say, well, they didn't write it, so you can go out and buy a cannon. I know people with cannons, dumbass. Oh, shit.